Welcome back, everyone. Today we close the curtain on one of the most important series ever featured on this channel. Over the past few weeks, we've revisited the unforgettable testimonies of the Oputa panel, voices that documented some of the defining moments in Nigeria's modern history. And for this final episode, we're ending with one of the most controversial. In the witness box is Captain Gbulie, one of the few surviving officers who participated in the January 15, 1966 coup, an event that changed Nigeria forever. In this extraordinary session, he is subjected to intense cross-examination as counsel probe his role in the coup, the motivations behind it, and the consequences that continue to shape debates about Nigeria's history decades later. Whether you agree with his account or not, this testimony offers a rare opportunity to hear directly from a participant in one of the country's most consequential events. Understanding these perspectives is an important part of understanding Nigeria itself. To our long-term subscribers, you may remember this hearing from years ago. I decided to bring it back because many of our new viewers have never had the opportunity to watch it, and I believe these conversations deserve to be preserved and revisited. As this marks the final episode in our Oputa panel series, I'd like to sincerely thank everyone who has followed this journey. If you've missed any of the previous hearings, you'll find the complete collection in the Oputa panel playlist. If you've enjoyed this series, please subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share these videos with someone who values Nigerian history. Now let's return to the witness box and hear Captain Gbulie's testimony.
The current cause list is an omission which is regretted. Commission is not responsible for publications in the press. We don't control the media. Whatever they publish, if it's not checked and cross-checked by our favorite report, unless you did the checking and it's not there, but it's there that you appeared and you were recognized and that you cross-examined. 3, on a number of days that this case will take, Commission observed that in Enugu, the Ohaneze petition was heard along with so many other cases for 4 days. They were not given 4 clear days, no. In Abuja's second sitting, which was in July 2001, the response filed by the Arewa Forum was heard for 2 days along with other cases. The Commission will, in addition to the 2 days in July, give this case, that's the Arewa response, and the Ohaneze counter response, 2 clear days, 2 more clear days. So mathematically, each section has had 4 days. If we conclude, so be it. If we don't, when we reach the bridge, we know what to do. This is a decision of the Commission. Now, do we start then? What is the procedure now? Do we receive the petitions? Or do you?
Time begins to run. 2 clear days, that means Friday and Monday, or is today
Friday
included?
and Saturday? Is that all right?
That will be okay, my lord. Will be most
Friday and
welcome.
Saturday?
That will oblige, my lord.
Or you prefer Friday and Monday?
Whichever your lord please, at the tribunal pleases.
You are
my
talking
lord.
for yourself. I see other people saying no.
Yes, my lord. Sorry.
Who is senior?
No.
Well,
You don't. My lord, on Monday the 10th, we are going to swear in new senior advocates of Nigeria.
I see.
And as a member of Privileges Committee, I am bound to be there. So I think...
What about able, I won't call junior because you always say, But as a junior SAN, he can come. Are you also a member of the Privileges Committee?
No, he
Chief
told me
Mobo.
this morning that that he wouldn't be available on Monday.
He will be in the Supreme Court.
No, not in the Supreme Court won't sit on that day.
Tomorrow, sir.
You got
Can
me?
we form a quorum? Can we form a quorum tomorrow?
Okay, Monday is all right by my learned brothers.
Let us take the 2 days. That is today and tomorrow. We finish if in the
No, they ask when does time start to run.
No, let's just say time begin to run now. Let's see what
But
happens.
you should have consulted me before you make suggestions about it. Who said?
Then you can fix another day after and we
In
continue.
other words, we say time start to run from today.
Yes, I mean, let's see what happens tomorrow. So that if
No, they don't like
we
to
don't
consult,
finish,
so.
let us not disrupt us.
Well, I'm being told that if council on all sides stick to issues, we may have about how many hours? About 3 hours today, the whole of tomorrow. If we don't finish, then when we reach the bridge, you know what to do. Instead of speculating whether we will or will not finish. Let's start. Time starts to run from today, and it continues to run until we're satisfied we've done justice.
Yes, my Lord, if I may come in, I want to subject myself to what the commissioner said. We can make progress today, then we can have the entirety of tomorrow being Friday, and even a Saturday, because we as seniors are enjoying to be at the Supreme Court, as rightly pointed out by the learned
Let's
SAN,
start.
but subject to the convenience of the
Let's
commission.
start. I've
Yes,
said if we don't finish on Friday, at that stage, we decide where we sit on Saturday or
as the
Monday.
commission pleases.
Sorry, my lord, we are not trying to waste more time. I'm very sorry, my lord. I'm very, very sorry. My lord will remember the first day of our sitting in July. My lord said Ohaneze would be allowed to finish the request first before Arewa opens the request. And our understanding, sorry, my
What
lord.
do you want to do? Do you want to cross?
No, those 2 days when we cross-examine the witnesses is not part of our case. We just wish to make that observation. That's all, my lord.
Let's start. No, let's start. How do we start? Do you present your petitions now, or do you cross-examine now? What do you
We
want
want
to
to
do?
cross-examine now.
All right, go on. Whom do you want to cross-examine?
The matter has not been called, my lord.
Let me just, I'm making my comment as, based on common sense, not on law, because I really don't understand it seems that from the point of view of procedure, we still have not, even though we spent 2 days discussing the Arewa Consultative Forum petition, I think from the point of view of procedure, we must not forget that up till now, nobody has taken this witness stand, formally presented the document, adopted it, before we table it for discussion. If my memory serves me right, and I think it does, when Colonel Hamid appeared here, it was to confirm whether he signed the document. And he said yes. And I think from that point, he fell into what seemed to be like an ambush. And it went on from there. For good or for bad, that is how the whole thing went. And I cannot see how we can continue without the document that we are discussing being formally admitted. So I think maybe from the point of view of where to start, somebody, Arewa, SCF will have to decide who is going to come and formally present the document before we continue discussion on it. Secondly and finally, on the issue of whether this sitting is going to go on Saturday and so on, I really don't think that is the issue. I think in all sincerity, I'm happy that from the lawyers and the representatives of Arewa Consultative Forum, apart from Mr. Horn, whom I know is not older than I am, all of you here are much older than the rest of us are. And we know that you know the history of what has happened in this country. There are very few things that we still need to add. And I'm happy that Arewa said they are not asking for any claim as such. So I still go back to what the lawyer from Rivers State said. If we can be clear in our minds about what the real sticky points are, I'm very, very sure that we can thoroughly go through this thing without sacrificing speed, the truth for speed. We can still go through this if by tomorrow we are unable to finish and all sides are not satisfied. My suggestion is, rather than rushing for Saturday, we can still continue with the remaining cases that our calendar has already listed. Then fix, maybe after we finish hearing and dispose of all cases, we can now decide to come back and reopen this case, maybe after we finish with everybody and let everybody go home. Then we can continue, even if it takes us then another week until we satisfy everybody. We can proceed on that note. But my suspicion is that if we decide that we want Saturday, it may not be suitable for everybody. If we take Monday, we cannot take Monday without disrupting the entire program as we have already arranged it.
Counsel to the commission.
Let them come and present.
I don't know whether Mr. Gbulie is around.
Let me call the case, please. Petitions number 1648 and 1685. Professor Ben Nwabweze and others. Professor Ben Nwabweze and others. And Mr. Onwahayu Ekpo, Omega Item Development Union. Petitioners present, my lord.
No, Professor, it's all right. It's all right. Let's make progress. We know you are here. Yes, call the witness you want to cross-examine.
Appearances. Appearances.
May it please, my lord, and commissioners, I appear for the petitioner. With me are
What's the name, sir?
Chief Anthony Mobo, SAN, Chief Enechi Onya, SAN, Nna Ewa, Esquire, Chief ENC Emekoba, and Godfrey Ewa are with me for the petitioner.
With respect, my lord and honorable members of the commission, Yahya Mahmoud is my name. I appear for Arewa Consultative Forum. Appearing with me are my learned friends, Professor Awaliya Dudu, Inu Abdul Qadir Esquire, and Mohammed Abdul Hamid Esquire.
My lord, may I announce appearance for the following three persons. One, Alhaji Shehu Usman Aliu Shagari. Two, Alhaji Maitama Sule. And thirdly, Alhaji Inuawada. My name is J.K. Gazama SAN, and I have with me the following colleagues. Adamu Ajuji Waziri Esquire, IBM Haruna Esquire, R.O. Yusuf Esquire, and lastly, but not the least, N. Wathanafa, Miss.
With the profoundest respect, my lord, my name is M.B. Wiley Esquire, refreshingly. I appear for General Yakubu Gawan, and Alhaji Megari Diko Yusuf. With me is Musa Abdu, Esquire, and Buba Aliu, Esquire.
With all due humility, my Lord and other honorable members of the Commission, my name is Sebastian Hon, Esquire. Appearing with me now, Nankin Bagudu, Esquire, John Shishi, Esquire, Teve Ayuajo. Ayuajo is AYUA-JOR, Esquire, and DYN Mayegari for the Joint Action Committee on the Middle Belt.
May it please your Lordship and the respected commissioners, I announce my appearance for the Honorable Commission. My name is Mrs. Chinwe Owandu. With me is Mr. Emmanuel Akaka.
May you please. May it please, my Lord, the Chairman and Honorable Members of this Commission, Aru N. Godwin Esquire, Assistant Director of Civil Litigations, Rivers State Ministry of Justice, for the Rivers State Government, my Lord.
May you please, my Lord, and honorable members of the Commission, Geoffrey U. Oputa, Farmer Equity Development Union.
With due respect, my Lord, I am of firm I Wicket. I appear for the Commissioner of Police, Kano State.
Mr. Gbulie.
May it please my Lord and members of the Commission, I am Sraj Saida, Director of Public Prosecution, Kano State, Ministry of Justice. I am for the Attorney General of Kano State.
I am just not the issue clear.
My Lord, we want to put the last witness in the witness box for re-examination.
Re-examination? Wasn't he re-examined before we rose last time?
No, we didn't.
I see. Sorry. He was not?
No, he was not.
I see. Put him back then.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, you hold on. Gbulie, hold on a bit. Yes, the last witness was...
Uche Chukwumerije.
What witness was he?
Registrar.
What witness was he? He was recalled for cross-examination.
By the
Counsel, what
ACF.
witness was he? Second witness, first witness. First witness.
Yes. Is he here? Just this document, and that's all.
Maybe they have documents that they want to correct. Maybe.
Swear him.
Either remind him he's still on his oath or re-swear him, whichever is easier.
My Lord, my learned brother, Silk, NHI will re-examine.
Learned brother? When did you become a brother?
He's my learned brother, Silk.
Oh, no, brother.
I think that is the proper designation.
I see Brother Silk.
Brother Silk, yes.
I don't know about Brother Silk.
That is deliberate. I didn't say learned brother. He's not a brother like a judge or anything, but he's a learned brother, Silk. He's a senior advocate. And very
noted. Maybe
Witness, tell the commission your names.
For examination.
Re-examination.
We know his
come
name.
Today.
We know his name.
All right.
You are re-examining.
All right, then, if you know. Comrade, before you, have you seen XB40? Let me show him. XB40 was tendered after you have given evidence in chief at Enugu. Yes. You had no opportunity of reacting to XB40 before now.
Yes, no.
Good. You have prepared your reaction in writing.
Yes.
Where is it? To shorten the time.
The reaction was prepared by a team of Ohaneze, not I alone.
Is it your reaction to the Arewa memorandum?
Yes, my lord.
My lord, I beg to tender it for time purposes.
Registrar, what is the last exhibit? Last exhibit is what? Registrar.
I'm sorry, my lord.
5-3.
I'm sorry, my lord. We are not, strictly speaking, objecting to the document, but what we are saying is, my lord, we saw the purpose of re-examination is to clear ambiguities arising from cross-examination, not to tender new evidence or to tender response from a witness who has given evidence and has been cross-examined. We know anything goes before the commission, but we should do the right thing. Thank you, my lord.
Yes, exhibit, what is this? 5-4. Incidentally, I brought a book on cross and re-examination. It's here with me. And when you say in cross-examination, we'll ask so, what is your reaction? It's re-examination.
Definitely. Now, you told the commission that Port Harcourt was part of Owerri province earlier.
Yes.
No. In re-examination, you will say, you were asked in cross-examination, so. Right. Then you re-examine.
That's what I mean, sir.
But you said you told the commission when?
Right. You were in cross-examination, to use the language, sir. You were asked the question where Port Harcourt was, and you said it was sometime part of Owerri province.
Yes.
Have you any document to show it from the archives?
Yes.
Show the other line. Yes. Yes. Show him the map.
My Lord, subject to the better records of this Honorable Commission, which is to be preferred to our own records, I recall that at no point under cross-examination did I raise the question as to whether Port Harcourt was part of Owerri province or any other province. And to that extent, first, that question coming under re-examination was unnecessary because it seeks to clarify nothing. Two, this map being sought to tender now cannot be used to make clarification of anything that is not in doubt. So I see both the question and the map being sought to be tendered in support of it as thoroughly unnecessary and a further waste of the time of this commission, because that is not in doubt. The history of Port Harcourt, which part of province it was before, whether it was part of a protectorate or colony, is not what this commission is after.
This address is not necessary. What we do of the exhibits is another thing.
Yes, but
the tendering is one thing, the relevance is another thing,
precisely.
Or the weight is another thing.
Yes, but if you can assist the commission...
Can we make progress, please?
My Lord, this point is important.
Exhibit 55.
As the court pleases. My Lord, I thought the commission had just agreed.
You can address, so ignore it. We will take that note. But let's make progress.
As my Lord pleases.
I request consulted volume cross-examination insisted that the coup was an Igbo coup in 1966. Did they mention any civilian who took part in any coup?
No.
Before that, you always remind them, you were asked, what was he asked? Before the thing becomes re-examination. What was he asked in cross-examination that you now want to re-examine?
My Lord, it was put to him that the coup was an Igbo coup. Yes, my Lord. And I said, in order for, there's ambiguity. Igbo coup as with military direction or with civilian direction. So we would like to clear
that would be a matter for address. We had a lot of evidence in Enugu about this.
As the court,
and in
as
fact, the council, Chinje, said because Igbo officers were involved, he said something there. So let's move.
That's all for the witness, my Lord. That would have ended it.
Thank you. Then Gbulie. What witness was it? Second or third?
please tell the Honorable Commission where you were between the 14th and 16th of January 1966. Whether you are in Lagos, in Enugu, or in Kaduna.
My Lord, I have made exhaustive statement on this issue at any point.
This is cross-examination. You can't make a statement. You don't know what the person they will ask you. Answer his questions. That's one by one.
All right. I was at Kaduna.
And you are a party to the preparation and execution of the attempted coup of January 15th, 1966.
I was a party to the failed coup of January 1966.
Yes. Your final plan towards the coup was discussed and agreed upon during your exercise at Kachia.
There is no truth on that at all.
Okay.
I did not go to Kachia for any exercise to start with.
Very good.
I attended a battle group course at Oputa,
No, you have
well
answered the question. In Kaduna, the operation or the attempted coup was led by Major Chukuma Nzegu.
Correct.
Yes. After the Premier of Northern Nigeria, late Sir Ahmad Bello, was murdered along with his wife, and the governor of Northern Nigeria was arrested, Chukuma made a broadcast suspending the government of Northern Nigeria.
That is correct.
He also suspended the legislature of Northern Nigeria.
That is absolutely correct.
In Ibadan, one Captain Nwobosi led the operation where the Premier, Chiba Kintola, was killed.
No, that is correct.
But the government of Western Nigeria was not suspended. If you know, if you don't know, say you don't know.
It is not a question of not knowing or knowing. I know it was not
suspended. Very good.
Because of
no,
a
that's
reason.
all right. That's all right. That's all right. Now, at the federal level, the President, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, was out of the country. The Prime Minister, late Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and the Honorable Minister of Finance were murdered or were killed, and the federal government was not suspended.
At the federal level?
Yes.
Ironsi aborted the coup. So, and Ironsi took over, isn't it?
He aborted the coup.
He aborted the coup of January 66.
Yes, at the time those who organized the coup suspended the government of Northern Nigeria, the federal government was not suspended.
The coup took place on the 14th, 15th night.
Yes.
By the following day, Nzogu made a broadcast.
When did
By the following day, Ironsi had aborted the coup in Lagos.
Are you aware of the fact that Major General Ironsi announced that the power was handed over to him by the remaining members of the Council of Ministers through Dr. Orizu? Are you aware?
My Lord, Ironsi was not part of us.
I didn't say he was part of you.
Ironsi was a reactionary.
Listen to the question,
What
please.
he said or what he did was his business.
It is also the business of this commission. It is our business. If you know, please answer you know. Were you aware that Ironsi announced that the remaining members of the Council of Ministers, through Dr. Orizu,
I had it over the radio.
Very good. Handed over power to him to restore law.
I had it over the radio.
Thank you very much. It was because Major General Ironsi aborted the coup and declared the organizers of that coup as mutineers. That was why you people were arrested.
And detained, yes.
Yes. You were detained, but you were never tried.
You are absolutely correct.
Yes. Now, it is also correct that 4 senior commissioned and combatant military officers in Lagos, Brigadier Malari, Colonel Kur Mohammed, Lieutenant Colonel Pam, and Lieutenant Colonel Germa, were killed during that coup.
You are very correct. But let me add.
No, I don't want you
I
to
must
add.
add
I don't want you to add, please.
But I must add.
You answer my question.
My
please.
Lord, this is an occasion for providing information.
You had your time.
Must add.
You had your time. This is my time, please.
I must add to clarify what you are saying.
My Lord, let him answer my question.
I must give you information. You talked about our not being...
Hold it, please. Keep it cool.
All
I
right.
thought we were on a find-facting crusade.
Exactly, I must
So
add.
can you prevent him adding to the fact that will help us? But if it's a catechism, yes and no.
Yes, it's a straightforward question. I don't know what he wants to add, my lord.
Well, under the rules of examination and cross-examination, you let a witness answer your question.
And he answered my question.
The way you
I have
like.
not finished. I must add that we were not tried. But even when Gawan took over after the overthrow of Ironsi, he did not try us.
If that is all you
He
want to
did
add-
not try us.
If that is all
Our
you want to- thank
leader,
you.
Answer questions. Listen.
Yes,
he
sir.
hasn't asked another question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you're answering. You listen to his questions.
Now, you answered questions earlier that there was a coup in Kaduna where the political leaders were killed. There was a coup in Lagos where the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance were killed, and there was coup in Ibadan. There was no coup in Enugu, no attempted coup in Enugu.
There
And
was.
Listen now. There was no takeover of government or murder or assassination of anybody in Enugu and Midwest.
And this I explained in my book, Nigeria's 5 Majors.
Thank you very much. Now, you did not make any attempt to arrest Ironsi.
An attempt was made. In fact, I'm told that it was, if I may say this right now, and that it was Colonel Pang who phoned him and alerted him and he fled.
You did not make any attempt to arrest Ojukwu in Kano.
An attempt, you haven't read my book. You should have read my book.
I'm not interested in your book. I want to know.
Okay,
I want
an
the
attempt
facts.
was made to arrest him. An attempt was made to co-opt people in Kano. And Ironsi, I'm sorry, I'm awfully sorry about talking about Ironsi. Ojukwu arrested our man. And it's in my book, and you know it. You have a copy of that there.
In Kaduna, you also killed Brigadier Ademalokun and Colonel Shodende, who were the only 2 senior Yoruba officers there.
Brigadier Ademolegu was killed. There is no doubt in that.
What of Colonel Shodende?
Shodende was killed. It's all in my book. I mean, you should read it.
Thank you very much. I want to hear what you will say on oath here, not in your book.
All right.
Okay.
May it please, my lord. There is evidence already before this commission about the coup. My learned friend has been going on about who and who were killed. Exhibit 8 is a book written by him where, in 1981, where he listed all these things he's asking him now.
Yes.
The issue here, if there are any untrue statements in the book, which is in evidence, he wants to clarify as affecting the ACF. Let him put it to him, but to continue to rehearse the evidence given before, I think.
Well, I don't want to appear as asking too many questions, but in cross-examination and examination in chief and re-examination, there's this thing called notorious facts. Is that correct?
My lord, it depends.
Many, many books have been written. All these things are there.
My lord,
We've read all of them.
He is the only surviving person who participated in the coup.
Absolutely wrong.
Was he in
Evidence
Kaduna?
on oath.
All right, ask.
Yes.
If there's nothing like notorious fact, you can address us on them. But if they're notorious, they're notorious.
My lord,
My lord, he is wrong. I'm not the only one surviving.
Nobody asked you a question yet.
you are
So
one of
if
the
you want to
survivors.
go on.
Now, when you are, from the records, we saw that when you are being cross-examined by the council to the commission in Enugu, you said it was the North that waged war on Biafra.
The North, in fact, the first division from the North descended on Biafra from Nsukka.
Is that the first division of Northern Nigerian Army?
Of course, it is not first division of Northern Nigerian Army, but it was commanded by the Northern troops, Northern officers and men.
And that's your basis of saying it was the North that waged war on Biafra?
I said actually it was Nigeria that waged war, not Biafra waging war on Nigeria.
No, you said the North in your evidence.
It must be lapsus linguae.
Thank you very much. Now, you said it was in your book and in your evidence that the coup at 1966 January was long overdue.
That was what I felt. That was my opinion.
Do you still feel that a military coup is the best solution to political problems of countries such as Nigeria. Now, as you are there now on oath.
The situation in 1966 cannot by any means be equated to the situation now in Nigeria.
Now, do you agree? Now, what I'm saying is, maybe you don't understand my question.
I do understand your question. In 1966, how I felt then might not necessarily be how I feel now.
Okay. Do you still believe that military as an alternative to political government or to democratic government is the best solution?
Right now that I am an old man, I feel otherwise.
Okay. And you know that that first attempt you made was the beginning of the military incursion into democratic rule in Nigeria.
Very right. It is not the handover or button changing that you keep having after that.
Okay. Now, the Ohaneze petition and your evidence said there was to be a planned jihad on January 17th. It came from your evidence.
I said it's in my book, which was published in 1981.
Listen to my question, please.
Yes, I said so.
Now, immediately after talking about the jihad, they said the coupists.
There's nothing called
Listen now, those who planned the coup is the same thing.
Coup plotters.
Yes, the coup plotters, it doesn't matter. The coup plotters were to install Chief Awolowo as the president.
That's what they plan to do.
Which of them? Those who planned the jihad or your own, those who planned...
You talk about planning the jihad. Those of us concerned with the coup of January 66 did not plan any jihad.
Yes.
In fact, they carried the coup, they moved fast to preempt jihad. That's what I said.
Listen,
and it's so well recorded.
No, it's no question of well recorded. You see, you planned a coup.
Beautiful.
The Ohaneze petition alleged that that coup was to prevent a jihad on the 17th.
Beautiful.
The following sentence in their petition says, those coup plotters wanted to install Chief Awolowo as the president of Nigeria. Something is amiss somewhere. Is it your group that wanted to install Chief Awolowo or the jihadists? That's all I want you to clear to the commission.
The book I tendered here is very specific on it. Awolowo was to come and be the head of government.
That's your arrangement?
Our own, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said elsewhere that failure to execute successfully the coup in Enugu was what led to the civil war.
You see, again, you haven't read my book, or you didn't even hear what I said.
Listen, I read your evidence before the commission in Enugu.
Then
certified true copy from the
That's
commission.
not what I said. Let me tell you exactly what I said.
What did you say?
You did a coup in July 1966. There were two coups in Nigeria in 1966. There was
a coup. I didn't
Just
do
a minute. Let me tell you what I said.
Okay.
I said that the failure of the second coup, that is the July coup, failure of the July coup to succeed at Enugu was the one that caused the civil war. It is not the first coup.
I didn't say the first coup. I said July.
I didn't take part in July coup. You did.
Listen, you said failure of the coup in Enugu was what led to the civil war. Is that
Failure of the July coup to succeed at Enugu was the one that led to the civil war.
How? If you can explain.
Beautiful. Let me explain. Because the coup failed, Ojukwu, who was the governor of Eastern region at that time, was neither killed nor arrested. Ojukwu started actually contesting the legality of Gowon's taking over power. And it is this contestation of the legality that brought about the sharp division between the East and Lagos. All right? And it is this that led to Aburi. It is this that led to the civil war. In fact, it is the one that was responsible. And in fact, I place the blame on the doorstep of those who did the coup of July 1966. That's what I said.
So those who planned the coup of July 1966 and Colonel Ojukwu were responsible for the civil war. Is that what you're saying?
You can put it after your fashion. What I know is that had they succeeded, you see, you were blaming January coup for not taking place at Enugu. And yet you didn't blame the July coup for not succeeding at Enugu.
The difference is that the January coup failed, the July coup did not fail.
Exactly. If January coup had failed, I wouldn't be sitting here answering questions. You would have made me Major General or something.
Now, do you believe that Igbos are being marginalized?
Of course, Igbos are being marginalized.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, you have answered my question. Now, one of your witnesses said Igbos are everywhere in this country and doing everything. They are so friendly and they are involved in every trade and business in every nook and corner of this country.
Is that how you appreciate?
Answer the question.
Is that how you appraise marginalization?
Answer the question.
Every individual. Let me tell you what is wrong with this country.
Sorry, my Lord.
Every individual.
My Lord, I want you to answer my
struggles
question.
on his own. Every individual. So Igbos being everywhere shows that Igbos are the best Nigerians. They are the best Nigerians. They are everywhere. They are true Nigerians.
You should have waited for my question.
No, but I must preempt even your question. You see, Igbos, if you are talking about marginalization, it isn't in terms of Igbos individually working as individuals.
In what context is the marginalization?
Exactly. For instance, the question of appointments, the question of things that belong to us in general, in fact, even the question of depriving Igbos of their rights. This is marginalization.
Now, you said in the Ohaneze petition that Igbos are only one out of 400 ethnic groups in this country. You agree?
Could you please restrict yourself to the statements I made?
You are supposed to answer my questions. If you don't know, say you don't know.
Uche Chukwumereji has answered that kind of question. I am dealing with January coup. Deal with January coup, and that Ohaneze has partitioned everything. My compartment is January coup 66.
My friend, you are here as the witness to the commission, and it is my right to ask you questions, and you have an obligation to answer them. If you don't know how to answer, say you don't know.
The truth is that you said that I falsified history. I want to know where in my statement it is in your letter. I want to know where in my statement I
said
falsified
it is in the record of Ohaneze, and you are their witness. And you agree with me that Ohaneze are complaining of marginalization.
Of course.
Now, do you agree with what Ohaneze said?
I agree that Ohaneze is right in saying that Igbos are marginalized.
And they are also right in saying that there are over 400 ethnic groups in Nigeria.
There are too many, even more than 400 if you like.
And you also agree with what they said, that the Igbos constitute about 16% of the population of this country.
I would have said actually 25%.
Okay. Now, do you have any statistics to show that the Igbos in appointments do not have up to 25% in the federal service? Do you have any statistics?
My
if
Lord,
you don't have, say you don't have.
Let me answer it. Don't rush me. How can you have statistics when we don't have true census figures in Nigeria?
I'm not talking of...
How can you? You are talking about statistics. Let us have census figures first.
Because we don't have census figures, then we don't have statistics.
Then you are imagining
appointments in federal.
A lot of people are dreaming dreams in this country. Some people put the population of this Nigeria at 120 million. Some said 100. Some said 100. When are we going to have our figures? True figures.
Please answer my question. We're talking about appointments. You said you are being marginalized in appointments. Do you have any statistics to show that you do not have up to 25%?
Ohaneze can supply that, and I believe that Ohaneze has supplied that.
They have not supplied it.
Well, you go to Ohaneze to supply it. No. Let me go on what I know.
Now, military regimes, just like the one you wanted to bring in, come on their own. And when they rule as military regimes.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
If you like, I'll name your military regimes that used civilians to get on with rulership or governance.
Just like civilians use you in 66. there was never any military regime in this country that ruled without civilians.
Fair enough.
Ruled without civilians.
Good. I'm happy you are confirming it. That's what I said.
Yes. And there was never any military regime in this country that ruled without representation from across this country.
We never ruled Nigeria.
No, I'm not talking
We
about...
of January 66 never ruled Nigeria. So you are not in a position to know who should have been in the government if we actually wanted to rule Nigeria.
Okay. Now, in 1966, 60% of the officers of the Nigerian army were Igbos.
60% of the officer corps
were
of the
Igbos.
Nigerian. That is, in fact, an estimate, yes.
Yes. And at that time, from your evidence and your book, one of the things worrying the Igbo officers was that there was the Nigerianization of the army, and some people were insisting on quota.
You know, I took advantage of Nigerianization of the army. So I could not condemn Nigerianization of the army.
No, I'm not saying you...
What we took exception from was the question of anybody in trousers becoming an officer. That's what we took exception from.
Okay. Now, when you left the army as a captain...
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I didn't leave the army. I was bundled into prison.
Okay, and then from there dismissed or retired?
Up till tomorrow, we were not tried, so I don't know whether it's dismissed or retired.
And all this is because you were involved in the January 66.
Exactly.
General Enjuma...
And as I told you, even Gawan did not try us.
Yes.
Rather, he gave one of us, our leader, he gave our leader a military burial and gave him full military honors whilst he detained us. And you could kill Ironsi for not trying us. And you left that gentleman for not trying us either.
Now, at the time you planned the coup, or you were planning the coup, you knew that if the coup failed, your career in the army is finished.
Fantastic, you are right.
Then
I knew.
Yes. Then why were you complaining that some of your mates were major generals?
You see, the trouble is that
they didn't plan a coup. They were good Nigerians. That's why they became major generals.
A lot of them became major generals because of coups.
Successful
and in fact,
coups.
They promoted themselves. You should have known that. Why are you laughing? You should have known that. They promoted themselves. That's why other countries laugh at us. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'll go ahead, Mr. Gbulie. Mr. Gbulie, now in your book, you tried to state the reasons why you people gathered to organize the coup.
You're right.
Now, thinking back now, do you still regard those reasons as valid?
Very.
Listen for a military takeover instead of a democratic change of government. You understand the question?
The reasons were as valid then as they are valid today. The killings in the West and the killings in TV area prompted, in fact, an action from us. And there were other reasons. There were other reasons. They're all enumerated in the book I had tendered.
Now, you use the rank colonel now because you are promoted in the Biafran army.
Beautiful.
And
I prefer it.
And Ojukwu also promoted himself.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. When he comes, you'll ask him.
Now, from certain publications we read, credited to you, you were not in very good terms with Ojukwu.
I am happy you said this.
Yes.
In other words, I have my own views on every issue. I am happy you said this.
Yes.
Because I fought the war on the Biafran side. I criticized Ojukwu for taking certain measures. And I'm happy you have my book there, The Fall of Biafra. I have my own views, just as I had my own views in Nigeria when I was an army officer, and my views tallied with some views by other people.
Now, do you know that, like I said earlier, in every corner of this country there are Igbos living peacefully with other Nigerians.
Living peacefully?
Yes, with other Nigerians.
Well, there are Igbos, correct, but living peacefully, I don't know. Because they are being murdered at every turn. They are being slaughtered at every turn. Anytime there was any riot, they are slaughtered. And you should have known that too.
Are you speaking on facts or on what you read on the pages of newspapers?
Well, all I can tell you is that there's even a case here.
There
Akaloka case is still
there are
here.
Igbos across northern Nigeria.
And probably Akaloka is living happily, isn't he? Probably.
Do you know what Akaluka did? You brought the issue. Do you know what Akaluka did? Do you know the facts?
Whatever he did.
Listen, do you know the facts?
Whatever he did, he should have been subjected to the rule of law.
Listen, do you know the facts?
The rule of law should have applied.
Do you know the facts about Akaluka?
You said that I listened to the radio and I read the papers.
Look,
I read the papers.
Oh, so
all I know is that he is not alive today. To even deny what he's been said to have done.
Do you know that as a result of Akaluka, 20 House of Land people were killed?
That is what you said. We have not been told this. Have you sent any delegation to Igbo land to explain the Akaluka issue? Have you sent any delegation to Igbo land?
You are not supposed to ask me questions. You have to answer my questions.
I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry, my lord.
Okay.
All I can tell you is that you are begging the question with regard to Akaluka because he's not around. He's dead already.
Now, in your book, you warned Nzegu that because, listen now, that because of the number of Igbo officers organizing the January 66 coup, it could be misunderstood as an Igbo coup.
Number one.
Did you warn him, please?
I didn't warn Nzegu. There was no Nzegu. That's number one. Number two.
I am not an Igbo man. I may not know how to
you must
the
try
name.
and pronounce the words properly. Number two, I didn't warn Nzogu. If you read my book, I was discussing with Onwatuegu.
With whoever you are discussing,
Good.
you warned. Did you warn?
Now,
that
let me explain that.
Listen to the question first.
I have listened to the question. I leap ahead. Now,
no, listen, my friend, listen. I call you here to ask you questions.
All right. Sir.
And this is a court of law. This is not a military barrack, please. Now, what you said in the book is that people may understand that coup as an Igbo coup because over 90% of those planning the coup were Igbos. Is that correct?
That is not what I said.
What did you say?
What I said that people might take this to be an Igbo coup.
Why?
But I didn't say 90% was not there.
Why did you say so?
There was no 90%.
Why did you say people might?
I asked Onwatuegu who and who are in this. He named certain people. Although he named Ademoyega too, I felt that the Nigerian public, being tribalistic, would deem this as an Igbo coup. I said so. But that is what is called value judgment.
Okay.
In other words, not taking into consideration the facts. Now, if you read that thing down, you would have seen where he said, oh, but we're releasing our Do you know what I said? In other words, the Yorubas are using us. You failed to read that one. You read about the thing being an Igbo coup.
I'm interested in the issue raised by Ohaneze in your petition, that it was wrong for anybody to assume it was an Igbo coup.
It is wrong till tomorrow for anybody to assume that it's an Igbo coup.
When
that person would have committed what is called value judgment, a judgment not based on facts. That was what I meant.
When you killed all the northern and Yoruba political and military leaders, and you didn't kill your own?
What about Colonel Unegbe? And by the way, let me also explain. Colonel Unegbe was killed in Lagos.
Why?
Not because he did not hand over any key. I am happy that IBM Haruna, a soldier, is here. He knows that no quartermaster general holds a key to anything armory.
Why was he killed?
He knows he was killed. It's in my book, which I tendered. He was killed because he was accused of making money from his job. In other words, he was a quartermaster general. He was making money from his job. So he was enriching himself. That was why he was killed.
So he was not.
So I want to correct this mistake.
So he was not a victim of that attempted coup.
He was killed.
No, listen. Brigadier Mamalari, Kur Muhammad, and the rest were killed as part of the coup. This one was killed because he was making money. So he was not killed as part of the execution of that coup. Is that what you're saying?
My Lord, there were various reasons why the coup took place.
Okay.
There were various, in fact, Hydra-headed reasons why the coup took place. Some people enriched themselves and they were killed. Some people were involved in the killings in the West and the TV area, and they were killed. Some people did a lot of other unsavory things. By the way, they talk about killing, and I'm repeating what I said at Enugu. It was never decided that anybody should be killed.
Now, why was
people disagreed on what should happen? I don't know how many coups you've taken part in, but it is never decided this man must be killed, that person will be killed, but you depend on what you see on the ground.
So if there was opportunity to kill, you kill. What do you mean by you depend on what you see on the ground?
These are soldiers, you know. For instance, if you are fired at, you fire back. All right? It's as simple as that. And I gave an example of somebody who wasn't killed.
Do you know why Sardona was killed along with his wife?
Do you know? It's in the book.
Simple.
Why must I
I
repeat?
told you we need your evidence here.
But the commission here has read my book. If they have not read my book, they probably are reading it now.
Nigerians want to hear what you will say of the reason behind killing Sardona and his wife.
You talk about killing again. I was not the Zogu who went to the house. Even though, I must tell you this, I take full responsibility for the coup of January 66 because it was a collective responsibility.
Very good. Okay, are you aware of the reason from your coup plotters why Sardona was murdered with his wife?
If you don't know the reason by now, then I'm afraid you should go and find out.
My Lord,
it's all in my book.
My Lord, the witness should be told that he's supposed to answer
you
my
are
question.
whipping up emotions. I don't want to get involved in that.
Answer a simple question simply. It will make us progress. And then when counsel is asking, you have no right to retort.
All right, sir.
Thank you, my Lord.
Sorry, my Lord.
Now, you said there were always reasons why they killed. Why was, if you know, Sardona killed along with his wife?
Zogu attacked Sardona's residence. Zogu, if you read the script, was attacked himself.
And that was why they had to kill him.
Zogu returned fire. Zogu, if he were alive but he's dead, would have told you exactly why he did what he did. What we wanted to do was to overthrow the government of Nigeria. To overthrow the government and stop madness.
And overthrowing the government means suspending the government of northern Nigeria, leaving the government of western Nigeria,
you see,
and then deliberately refusing to arrest Ironsi.
Let me elucidate this matter. It is true that Akintola was killed in the West. And then Fani Kayode was arrested and taken to Lagos. That is the RV, rendezvous. Now, when the soldiers got to Lagos, they found that Ironsi's troops had already seized Lagos. And so they ran helter-skelter. And as you well know, some people ran to Ghana, some ran to other places. And therefore, there was no time to declare anything in the West. You should have known that.
And there was no time to arrest or kill Okpara in the East.
Again, we talked about Okpara having been receiving somebody from abroad, a head of state from Cyprus. Macarius, Archbishop Macarius.
You gave that
and he was arrested as soon as, and by the way, one of you was the one who took over the radio station. Even though he's dead again and he can't say his own mind. Now
listen,
it was Jallo who took over the
station. Listen, my friend, we're not here for stories.
What I'm trying to tell you is
restrict yourself to my answers to my questions, please. Now, you gave consideration to the fact that Okpara was expecting a guest.
Not expecting, he had a guest.
Yes, he had a guest.
Listen
now,
listen. Airport, he was arrested.
Listen to the question. Now, in some of the books written by some of your coup plotters, you had to wait for Sir Ahmad Bello to return from Lesser Hajj to execute the coup.
I wrote that in my book.
Yes, why did you do that? If the intention was not to deliberately kill him.
It is the truth. If you did not wait for him to return, he might bring in troops from abroad, particularly from Saudi Arabia or from any of the Islamic countries.
Why didn't you wait for Dr. Azikiwe to come back?
I haven't even thought about Azikiwe because, you see, he was so innocuous that, in fact, as far as we were concerned, he was not endangering anybody.
He was not because he is Igbo?
No, not at all.
Why?
There were others who were not Igbos, who were not endangering anyone. What about Awolowo? Was he killed?
Now listen, recently, you know Chief Ajuluchukwu?
I know Chief Ajuluchukwu, he's my brother.
Yes.
Yes.
He recently gave an interview.
Yes.
And he said Dr. Azikiwe was aware of the coup, and that was why he left the country. Are you aware of that? Simple.
Say that again, please.
That Dr. Azikiwe was aware of the planned coup, and that was why he ran out of the country.
If Ajuluchukwu said that,
it's not the issue. Whether you two are aware, that's the question.
No. You don't put words into anybody's mouth. If Ajuluchukwu said that, he is entitled to his own views altogether.
I want to hear your own view. I want to hear your own view.
But I'll be surprised, in fact, shocked if Ajuluchukwu ever said that.
He
but
did.
All the same, I said I would be shocked because you people are prone to, putting words into people's mouths. Now, the thing is this. With regard to Zik knowing or not knowing, we were anti-Zik. If you recall that Nzogo talked to Kasakashim Ibrahim, he said these people like Azik, we were, and Okbara and others we were looking for. If you recall, and it's written down in black and white in your own books.
That is not the question. The question is simple. Are you aware that Zik knew about the coup, and that was why
How could I know that Zik knew about the coup? I was at Kaduna.
I
was resident at Kaduna.
How did you know that they killed Tafawa Balewa in Lagos?
Say again.
How did you know they killed and they could not arrest Iran?
From the radio.
Why didn't you hear this from the radio? You were part and parcel of the coup plotters. You know all those who sponsored you, and you know those you dealt with.
My lord, no coup plotter. My lord, no coup plotter is ubiquitous. He is not everywhere.
You were aware that during the period we were planning the coup, there was Commonwealth Conference holding on in Lagos.
Of course, I know. And even when it came to a close.
And yet you killed Tafawa Balewa, you killed Brigadier Maimalari.
He wasn't killed on the day of the Commonwealth Conference.
You waited for them to go first.
They were not killed on the day of the Commonwealth Conference. Okay. Let me put this to you, that Opara would have been killed if...
You have no right to put anything to me, please.
It will take another 4 years before you start putting it to him.
Yes.
You got to go
My
to
lord,
law
I should have read law. All right, let me expatiate.
I don't want to hear it. You are aware that Brigadier Maimalari was killed on his party's wedding day, the day he was organizing a party for his wedding.
I heard he was killed and I wept.
Very good.
Because this is where I said everybody didn't agree about killing anybody. Okay. They had disagreements. So people were allowed to use their initiative. What you see on the ground is what matters. I wept because he was my mentor. He was. He was captain when I was an officer cadet.
Now, were you told why Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was killed, was murdered, and his body thrown in the bush?
I was even told that he wasn't killed. I don't know. What about you are talking about killing?
Yes, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, you were told he was...
I know that when some people went to Abeokuta to get armored vehicle, and they couldn't, they came back and found Ironsi's troops all over the place and ran away. Those who had the prime minister, I'm told, dumped him in a bush. How they dumped him in a bush, I wasn't told.
No, as one of the coup plotters, did you hear the reason why he was killed?
If you read my book, you see it was zoned. I was in the north. I was at Kaduna.
Please answer my question. Did you hear why he was killed?
I wasn't told.
Was there any justification given for killing him or for murdering him?
Are you saying by hindsight or then?
By the coup plotters.
Well, you see, people were being killed everywhere, particularly in the West. And so, if I may sound charitable, well, not uncharitable, if he was party to other killings, then if he was killed, it's one of those things.
Now, since you are based in the north,
yes,
you must have heard that immediately after Sardana was killed, or maybe a few weeks after, there was this picture being circulated in markets and streets of Nzegu and Samad Bello, which some northerners regarded as very provocative.
I am happy you mentioned this.
Yes.
I was thrown into Kirikiri. Taken down
When?
From in fact, within the first week of the coup, I was thrown into Kirikiri with others. Now, I am given to understand much later that it was because Nelson Atta Publishing Drum did something in respect of publicizing Sir Ahmad Bello. All right? No sane person would like that.
Thank you very much.
But why is it that the same Nelson Atta, during the war, you took him to work for you? You didn't kill him, but you killed the women in the marketplace. Why did you do that?
My friend, listen. I'm happy that you agreed that when Nelson Atta published it, people naturally overreacted.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
But
that's all for him.
Why did you not kill Nelson Atta?
That's all right from me. Thank you.
Why did you not kill Nelson Atta?
Yes, witness. If I call you Captain Gbulie,
Call
will you
me
answer?
anything.
Let me, wait a minute.
Anything is okay.
Wait a minute. I will not allow a situation where it's a free-for-all fight. You listen to my question, I listen to your answer. Please restrict yourself so that we can make progress. If I call you Captain Gbulie, will you answer?
If you call me anything, I will answer. Do you know why?
Just wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay.
You have answered my question. I am not asking for the reasons. Now, probably cleverly, this book you wrote, a copy of which is before the commission as an exhibit. I'm also happy you came along with so many. I picked one outside.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful for that. This is my personal copy. Now,
it's okay.
yes,
it's
I bought
cheap.
it at 500 naira.
It's very cheap.
Witness, Exhibit 8 before the commission. Now, I tried as much as possible to read the entirety of this book, and I did not see any portion of it where you called yourself Colonel Gbulie.
Why should I?
Wait a minute, I'm going to ask you a question. Wait a minute. Similarly, I wasn't at Enugu, but I have the cassette of the sittings in Enugu, and I have the certified true copy of the transcript. You never introduced yourself as Colonel Gbulie. You came into the witness box and said you are Ben Gbulie.
Beautiful. That's what I normally do.
But whenever questions are thrown to you as Colonel Gbulie, you were answering.
I will answer because
Yes.
you are the one committing the offense.
Now, witness, by these indices,
I'm
listen
not
to me. I have
mesmerized
not
by
asked you any question. I asked you only your name and you answered. So I have not asked you. Listen to the preamble before the question. So by these indices, you are agreeing that you are not colonel and that you did not deserve to be a colonel. I will lead you to.
I deserve to be a general.
Let's go to that. When did you join the Nigerian army?
I joined in 1960. 1960, March.
Yes.
Yes.
You are over 60 now, by age.
Of course, 62.
Yes. You were in Kaduna at the time of the coup.
Yes.
The 15 January 1966 coup, you said so. And that is not in dispute.
I've said so already.
Now, you were only a captain at that time.
Substantive, yes.
Yes. And you will agree with me, even then and as well as nowadays, it takes an average of 3 years for one to get promoted from one rank to the other in the Nigerian army. An average, some 2 years, some 4 years, an average, I'm talking of average. As a captain, probably for one to become the next rank after being a captain is to be a major.
Are you talking about now or then?
Even then.
Even then,
Yes.
some people had accelerated.
Look, I have a retired general near me,
I am
and that's
very happy you is here.
listen to me.
Yes.
Now, you were only a captain at that time.
Yes, and he was major.
Yes, I agreed. Now, the next rank after being a captain was major.
Beautiful.
Thereafter, lieutenant colonel and colonel. Now, after the coup, you were arrested, detained, and unlawfully released.
Unlawfully released?
Yes.
I was released prior to the declaration of Biafra.
Yes, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. You were unlawfully
Nigeria, please, Nigeria.
Wait a minute, who released you?
Ojukwu released us.
Oh, okay, Ojukwu released you?
Yes.
Equally an Igbo man?
Of course.
Okay.
He couldn't
now,
have been a Hausa man
wait
releasing me at Enugu.
Wait a minute. Now, you were again arrested and detained for about 5 years, from I think 69 to 74. You were released in 74.
The war did not end 69.
Okay, you were
Let's have
arrested.
the
Okay,
facts correct.
you were kept
From
in custody
1970 to 74,
to 74,
October.
about 4 years. Now
5 years.
You
if
said
you include
72 to 74.
70, 71,
Okay,
72,
including 70.
74,
About 5
5
years.
years.
Yes, about 5 years. Now, Gbulie.
Sir. Yes, go ahead.
Look, I would like to extract from you. You call yourself a colonel.
What?
A colonel, you call yourself a colonel.
I don't call myself a colonel. I'm addressed as a colonel. I was gazetted as a colonel. I was treated as a colonel.
So you are not.
In fact, I love to be called colonel, but I prefer to be called general.
It appears. Listen to me, witness. Let's make progress. We're not here for jokes aside. Now, if you agree with me that you are not a colonel, then that narrows down the controversy between you and
the Nigerian army has never promoted me to the rank of colonel. Never.
Thank you for that. What about the Biafran army? Were you made a colonel?
Of course. I told you, I've said it before.
So you joined the Biafran army when?
I was released
You joined the Biafran
in
army?
1967. I didn't join Biafran army. I was from Nigeria. Once Ojukwu released us from Nigeria, we automatically belong to the 4th Area Command
Now listen.
of the Nigerian army.
Listen.
So
Are
when
you-
Biafra went, we went with Biafra.
Listen, can I get you well, please? Are you telling this Honorable Commission that the conferment of the rank of a colonel on you was honorary by the Biafran army? That you did not deserve what honorary? Is that what you are saying?
What do you mean by honorary? If I
In other
may
words, you did not merit it. Was just given to you.
So honorary means not with merit.
No, listen to me. I am asking you. You are telling me
I was promoted to that rank by the Biafran authorities.
you joined the Biafran army at what rank? At what rank?
I joined the Biafran army as Captain Ben Gbulie.
And within a period of how many years?
This is wartime, you know.
Within what period of years were you? You were promoted to
The war lasted 30 months. 30 long months.
Within 30 months, you were promoted.
There were those who were promoted faster.
It's all right.
And I was a wounded soldier.
Now, Mr. Gbulie, the entire nation, and indeed most Nigerians, particularly the younger ones like ourselves, are happy to have you before this.
Thank you very much.
Yes, the entire nation, yes.
He will tell you that something called field commission, isn't it? General. Something called field commission.
Yes, there is field
Exactly.
commission.
I didn't have
I was
field
in the
commission.
army, you were not.
Maybe as field promotion.
I did not have field commission.
My lord, he is saying he didn't have it.
You don't know what... My lord.
Well, witness.
Field commission? I was commissioned by the Queen of England. How can you talk about field commission?
Yes, witness. Before I was interrupted, I was telling you that the entire country is very happy that you are here.
I've thanked you, yes.
Having participated actively as a planner, as an executor.
I was co-opted.
As probably a prospective beneficiary of the coup of 1966. And in fact, this is not in dispute because even in your book, I am very impressed by the way you summarized it at the epitome, and I would just like to read a portion of it.
Please do so.
Now, you said as follows, that the coup d'etat of 1966, which has had a fundamental and permanent impact on the political and social life of Nigeria, has generated a good deal of literature. Much, if not all, of such literary output has been based mostly on second-hand accounts and on mere half-truths often colored by prejudice and misguided sentiments. Then you went further to say, in Nigeria's 5 measures, which you wrote, yes, one of the key planners and executors of the coup gives the first ever factual first-hand inside account. Now, I agree with you in respect of this analysis in the sense that you have confessed as a witness of truth, even right here on earth, yes, that you were one of those that plunged this country into the catastrophe we're in right now.
Certainly not.
Listen, witness. Listen, witness.
Sir,
listen, witness. Let me ask you.
Can I say something? I never said any such thing.
Listen to me. Just you've answered in the negative.
The January coup was
listen to me.
As a result of other events.
Will you agree with me that the January 15, 1966 coup had eventually led to the emergence of the Civil War?
No. No. Let's start from the beginning. You must go from the genesis. The genesis is the killings, political killings in Nigeria, both in the West and in the TV area. All right? The killings, then of course, the other Hydra-headed problems Nigeria had caused the coup of January 66.
Yes, I have heard that.
The January 66 attracted the July coup. The July coup attracted the creation of states. The creation of states attracted Biafra. Biafra attracted the war, not the January coup 66. That is a conglomeration of events, and you must take them into consideration.
You see, what I want you to understand is one event led to the other.
Beautiful.
Right from the nationalistic days before the independence in this country, this country had been living in harmony, in peace, and not in pieces.
That is not true.
Wait a minute. Now, are you aware of a book written by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, his autobiography?
I'm not aware of it.
You are not, you have never seen this book?
I have never set eyes on it.
But you know Awolowo, late Awolowo?
Of course I know Awolowo.
Yes, and you are not aware of this book, which touches...
Awolowo is entitled to his opinion. I don't know what you are getting at.
I agree. You will also agree with me that this document, this literature work, which is an exhibit for this court, is also entirely your opinion.
It's partly my opinion and partly my experience.
Yes, that is your
partly
opinion.
Partly my opinion, partly my experience.
I am not asking you for the substratum of this book, but I'm telling you it is your own personal opinion. I'm not asking you for the reasons.
I am giving a story the way I saw it. I am not making any judgments.
Now, I will read a portion of this book.
It is not relevant to me.
It will be relevant. You don't even know what I'm saying. You have made up your mind as to what to say. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something out of this text, and I want you to agree with it or disagree with it. You don't know whether you will even agree with it. Right. It's not everything I say that you disagree with it. Please listen to me. This is a book written by Chief Awolowo before he died about his autobiography. I will later tender the book to the appropriate person, but I want to have the benefit of you listening to what is there so that we can have your opinion.
Let me...
Now, in this book by Chief Obafemi Awolowo at page 172, there is a statement credited to late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and it goes as follows.
Yes.
Besides, in spite of his protestations to the contrary, Dr. Azikiwe was himself an unabashed Igbo jingoist. And he gave the game completely away when he said, inter alia in his presidential address to the Igbo Federal Union in 1949, as follows. He's quoting from what Zik said in a speech at a lecture. It will appear that the God of Africa has specially created the Igbo nation to lead the children of Africa from the bondage of the ages. The martial prowess of the Igbo nation at all stages of human history has enabled them not only to conquer others, but also to adapt themselves to the role of preserver. The Igbo nation cannot shirk its responsibility. Politically, you have seen with your own eyes how you were disenfranchised by the British. The Igbo nation has never been represented in the Executive Council. Economically, the Igbo nation has labored under onerous taxation measures without sufficient social amenities to justify same. We have been taxed without representation, and our contributions in taxes have been used to develop other areas out of proportion to the incidence of taxation in those areas. It will seem that the Igbo nation is becoming a victim of economic annihilation through a gradual but studied process. This was a quotation, and then Awolowo himself went further to say as follows. In 1948, another Igbo leader and a member of the Nigerian Legislative Council had declared the domination of Nigeria by the Igbos is a question of time. It was clear from these statements and from general political and journalistic maneuvers of Dr. Azikwe over the years that his great objective was to set himself up as a dictator over Nigeria and to make the Igbo nation the master race. It will appear, according to his reckoning, that the only obstacle in the path of his ambition was the Yoruba intelligentsia, and this must be removed at all costs. A situation in which one ethnic group will dominate the others does not accord with my conception of a united and happy Nigeria.
Thank you.
I am implacably opposed to dictatorship, as well as the doctrine of Herrenvolk, whether it was Hitler's or that of Azikwe's. Now, from this text I read out,
yes,
will you agree with me that that grand design had been there ever since?
So what you are trying,
I didn't write it.
I should agree that Zik said that. What Awolowo quoted.
Well,
and
I am
you know
asking.
that this is Awolowo that booted Zik out of the
I didn't write
house.
it. I didn't write it.
And you are saying
and you didn't
I should
write
agree.
It. I am asking you, what is your opinion? Just
Your
answer.
opinion, I mean, the question shouldn't have arisen.
Are
at
you
all.
in a position to say
the question is, and this is not for you because I can't ask you questions. The question Nigerians will address their minds to should be, is Zik, or was Zik, before his death, a true Nigerian or a tribalist? Of course not.
Listen,
but Awolowo
listen. That is not the issue.
Like
we all have,
as a tribalist. So it is
listen,
in bad taste.
we all have our respect
Awolowo
for Zik. We all have our reverence for Zik. That is not the issue.
And you know that Awolowo has never seen eye to eye with Zik?
Please, listen. You are to answer my questions,
You are asking
not to ask me
to
questions.
support Awolowo against Zik?
You are asking me questions.
I will do no such thing. And I even doubt that Awolowo wrote it.
Now, come. Now, look. I want you to reconcile your last statement when you asked me whether I wanted you to support Awolowo against Zik. Why then did you tell us this afternoon, just a few minutes ago, when you were being asked by the other council,
I will answer it.
that the major object of that coup was to appoint Awolowo as the president of
Beautiful.
Prime Minister. Yes, Prime Minister.
To appoint him.
Yes.
That is
now,
please,
can you
I want
answer
to
that?
answer this question
Yes, I'm listening.
because there are too many things at issue here. Now, Awolowo was to be appointed to lead a government. That is why I said, therefore, it must be the Yorubas who are using us. Read my book. Therefore, the Yorubas were using us. And you read what Onwatogu said in answer to that. Read it.
Look.
I want you to be...
Look. Yes, ma'am.
Attention, I ask everybody to have this.
Yes,
in view of number one, how does this affect your own client? So that we can make progress. You can tender all the things they said and then address us on them. No, number one of the agreement reached after your submissions in the morning If you want, I read it to you again. Representation by counsel. Commission accepts that under Section 18 of the Tribunals of Inquiry Act, anybody mentioned in a petition has a right to representation by counsel. The only question that will arise is that such counsel should restrict himself, not itself, only to issues affecting his client, either in his response or in cross-examination. If we're going to throw this overboard, then we open the door wide. And I've told counsel before that there's certain things called, notorious facts.
My lord, yes, my lord, inasmuch as
no need
I'm trying
wasting
to
time
wind up.
dropping all this.
Yes.
You can go on for 20 days. We go on listening.
No, my lord, I have been on for just about 30 minutes. In the next 30 minutes, I'll be through. I don't need more than an hour to be through with this witness. Yes, witness. You are aware that there are different commissions in the Nigerian Army, different types of commission. We have the regular combatant commission.
You can't tell me.
You are aware more than me, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I know more than you.
Yeah, you know that more than me. I agreed, I concede to that.
I'm aware.
Yes, you have about 4. Now, you will agree with me that Ojukwu was initially not a regular combatant commission. He was converted.
He was...
Short service.
He was direct short
service commission. Agreed.
Direct short service because
I agreed.
He came from the university.
I agree. You've answered it. You've answered it. Now the same thing goes to late General J.
Sir.
Yeah, the same question goes to Ironsi. He was also not.
He was not.
He was not.
Short service. He was just short service commission.
Agreed, but not a regular combatant.
Of course, he
wasn't. Of course,
regular.
yes. Now, but what about General Gawan?
He was regular, just as I was.
Agreed. Now, do you know why Ojukwu refused to succumb to the...
Ojukwu said he was senior to Gawan.
Yes. Will you agree to that?
Why shouldn't I agree? But you see...
Despite the fact...
I said, why shouldn't I agree? But the point is not whether Gawan was... I'm sorry, whether Ojukwu was senior to Gawan or not. Once there is a coup, even if he's a lieutenant taking over government, you don't start confronting the lieutenant, you get killed. So that is where I disagree with Ojukwu, and he knows.
In terms of seniority, I put it to you that Gawan was senior to him. By virtue of the fact that he was a regular combatant army officer.
You don't do seniority that way.
It's okay, I've heard you.
It is not the way seniority is done.
I have heard you, I have heard you.
If Ojukwu was a colonel when Gawan was a lieutenant, Gawan could climb up and reach Ojukwu's rank.
Do you remember?
But still became inferior.
I have heard you. Let's make progress. Do you remember Colonel Adebayo's committee?
Which Adebayo's committee? I know Adebayo of the former chief of staff.
Yes, there was a committee headed by him after the coup.
Oh, after the coup?
After the civil war, yes, after the civil war.
Not after the coup,
yes.
after the civil war.
Yes.
Okay. I attended that board.
Yeah,
yes.
You appeared before him?
Oh, yes, of course.
You remember the sanctions? You remember the report? Anything? Do you remember any part of the
I
report?
was thrown into jail again. You said so.
What was the recommendation in respect to your person by that committee?
To be detained.
Apart from that, what about your rank?
I didn't know about the rank, but Nigeria published what they call Nigeria 1966 with regard to events of both the war and the coup. And I was said to have been sacked. But only lately, the head of state, the present head of state, made statement to the effect that all dismissals would be converted to retirement. And we are expecting for this thing to be clarified. So until that is done by the army headquarters, I don't think we should say anything about it.
It's all right. I have heard you. Now, General, that takes me to the
final
issue on your book. Now, you see, there is this controversy which goes around whether or not that January 15, 1966 coup can be referred to an entire Igbo affair or an Igbo coup.
It is not an Igbo affair.
I agreed. I have not asked you the question.
You know it's not.
Yes. I know naturally you will say it's not an Igbo coup. Now, but I want to ask you a few questions
Please,
see whether you will agree
feel
with
free,
me.
please.
You see, in this your book,
Yes.
you wrote about the 5 majors.
Yes.
And of all the 5 majors,
Yes.
only one was not an Igbo.
Beautiful. You are right.
Okay.
You are very right.
Yes. And the one who was not an Igbo is, what do you call his name? General Ademoyega. Adewale
He was
Ademoyega.
never a general.
Yeah. Major.
Thank you.
Yes. Adewale Ademoyega.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, while you were giving evidence before this commission, while it was sitting in Enugu, you told this honorable commission that Major Abisoye is a typical Yoruba man. You said so. I have the cassette here. You said Yoruba man. I want to put
only because he typifies Yoruba people.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
I want
okay.
to put it to you that he is not Yoruba. He is Ogori in Magongo in Kogi State.
Okay.
Do you agree? Do you withdraw that statement?
If
Probably
that-
you said it out of ignorance.
Based on information,
Yes.
I am wrong. If you are correct.
Yes. That's what I'm telling you. I made a research
Because
on
you
it.
see, he was my
It's all right.
classmate.
It's all right.
He went to Keshi,
Now-
and we assumed that he was a
Okay.
Yoruba man. And I'm happy that he was the one who wrote forward to the book, Ademoyega's book.
Listen, having agreed, listen, witness, having agreed
Yes.
that 4 out of the 5 leaders of that coup plot
Yes.
were Igbos.
Yes. It is correct.
Yes. Will you agree with me that and having agreed also in your papers, in
Yes.
the exhibit submitted by Ohaneze,
Yes.
that we have about over 400 nationalities
I
in
agree
Nigeria,
with you. Yes, yes.
which I understand that to mean tribes and different dialects in this country. Will you agree with me that 80% of the leaders of that coup were Igbos?
Even if it's 85,
Agreed.
it's not an Igbo coup.
And you still don't call it an Igbo coup?
Of course it isn't.
Now-
Because Ademoyega claimed that there were only 3 who planned the whole thing.
Yes.
We were co-opted.
Listen.
I hope you
Listen.
understand. We were co-opted.
Listen, having agreed to that, and you recall that the coup took place in Kaduna, in the north, being the headquarters of Northern Region, in Ibadan, being the headquarters.
You are very right.
Yes, and in Lagos as well, but not at Enugu or in any part
It
of the
took
east.
place at Enugu and in the Midwest,
I'm not
but they
referring-
were not effective.
I'm not referring to the coup. I'm referring to the coup, not civil war, not the
The
other.
coup took place at Enugu, and I told you that Jallo took over the radio station, didn't I?
Were there killings?
We agreed.
Were there killings of
I
any?
told you that there was no question of definitive agreement on killings. I told you.
Now I put it. Yes.
Trained at this juncture to interrupt the cross-examination.
Why?
Well, because he's violating council agreed this morning. If I'm
I've shown them the agreement. They want to go on. Let them go on. Let's make progress.
All right, my lord. If it pleases your lordship.
He hasn't finished.
My lord,
let him finish. Then
no, it will assist the commission because this way we will be.
I'll tell him.
Otherwise, I will pray, my lord, to now abrogate the accord we have reached this morning. Because my lord has already accepted and we all abide by it. Each council should cross-examine on points touching on affecting its client. This way we are going around.
An SAN, you know.
I'm addressing the commission, I'm not addressing the SN. The
I don't
commission-
know whether junior counsel can advise an SAN.
No, my lord, I am addressing the commission so that the commission can intervene. My lord.
Yes. Thank you, my lord, for the. My lord, thank you for the protection. I will consider he has the right to talk, but my lord, I would like your lordship to recall, to remember, one of the aims of cross-examination is to as much. It's all
In a
right. Let
book
me
on
proceed.
cross-examination.
It's all right. It's all
You
right.
can't tell me about the aims. I
It's
know
all right.
all the
It's
aims.
all right, my lord. Now, witness, are you attentive?
I am very attentive.
Now, the major reason why you are here with this petition is that you are alleging that the Igbo race is being marginalized. Yes, it's being marginalized. And based upon that allegation, you are asking for a lot of money. Yes, it's being
Ohaneze
marginalized.
submitted
Yes,
a petition.
yes, on behalf of
On behalf of Igbo
Yeah,
people.
that's what I'm saying.
And I was specifically given the assignment to show that the Coup of January 66 was not
Agreed.
And you do not want to go on there.
I agree.
Let us clear it first and foremost. Then you can handle the others.
That is an arrangement between you and Ohaneze, not with me or with the commission. Since you are here, I consider you a competent witness to answer my questions. All that I'm asking you is this. Now, can you give us an hypothetical situation where you can say the Igbos are not marginalized? What do you want? What exactly do you want? Yes. What exactly do you want?
Let me tell you what I want.
Yes.
And I believe that Ohaneze wants it. And my Lord, I thank my questioner for asking me this question. What I want in this country is for the return of merit. If we do everything on merit, there will be no problem. Every state, every ethnic group will gain merit, not on anything on basis of tribe, not on basis of where you come from. And in this country today, you know that certain people are full-blown generals because of where they come from.
I have heard you.
Even a
but
state.
You see, I have heard you, but you see,
let me finish.
What you are saying.
Even a state.
Listen, what you are saying. Do you agree with me that that is subjective? Do you agree that what you are saying is subjective?
Even some people answer born to rule state, and this is not good for Nigeria.
It's okay.
Not
it's
good
okay.
for
now,
development.
I put it to you that having failed to secure political domination through the coup, your attempts were made to succeed.
You see, the interesting thing is that our coup of January 66 was not actually meant to secure any political domination. It was never, ever. Ironsi was commanding the army. He was to be killed.
Listen, witness. I'm not asking you for stories. Listen, I'm not asking you for stories. You referred us to another coup which you called a coup in July in 1966. Didn't you?
Of course I did.
Now, you will agree with me that at a point in time, there was no governance in this country for a period of 3 days in that July 1966?
Beautiful, because
will you
the motive July coup caused it.
Listen, can you properly call that a coup? Was that not a reaction to refusal?
You mean that the coup of July 66 was not a coup?
Was it actually? It was a reaction.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
It was strictly a reaction.
And people were killed in large numbers. And you said it's not a coup.
That was a reaction. That was a reaction to antecedents.
My Lord, what is a coup?
With respect, my Lord, may I respectfully refer to the ruling just read to us. Paragraph 1. Representation by counsel. Commission accepts that under Section 18 of the Tribunals of Inquiry Act, anybody mentioned in a petition has a right to representation by counsel. The only question that arises is that such counsel should restrict itself only to issues affecting his client, either in his response or cross-examination. Gowan and Yusuf never seceded, and I'm sure Haneza never accused Gowan or Alhaji Yusuf of secession. So these exchanges between counsel and the witness is just prolonging this matter, and we have to restrict.
Thank you for helping me. Yes. Junior counsel had already mentioned it. Counsel representing the Port Harcourt State government. Jokingly, I interjected. Does the junior counsel advise at SAN? The hint wasn't even taken. Rather, I was challenged about the limits of cross-examination. I said, I've written a book on it. And maybe I read a portion of what I read there. Although there is definitely more latitude allowed in cross-examination, yet, listen now, I'm reading, you would challenge me, and you're not even listening. Although there is definitely more latitude allowed in cross-examination, yet still, questions in cross-examination should bear some relationship with the material facts which are in dispute in the case. Cross-examination is not allowed to roam at large over every subject under the sun. The only exception to this rule is cross-examination to credit. Now, if that is what you're doing, it's all right, I'll allow you.
But having regard to one here, if we want to save time, otherwise somebody can cross-examine for a week. If we had all the time in the world, I'll leave you. But we haven't got all the time in the world. So thank you both for helping me.
In fact, I would have been through by now. So you told us lastly that there was no plan to kill.
Even in my book, I did say there was a division on the matter.
Now
people
listen,
were
I have not landed.
Okay,
How do you reconcile that with the fact that Ironsi was to be killed? You said so just now. Can you reconcile?
Again, if I said so, it is part of the slip of the tongue. He was a target. But the question of killing.
Thank you for that.
But that does not mean.
It's okay. Thank you for that.
Maybe it was in the context.
I am okay. You are to answer my questions.
He was alerted.
That's all for this witness, Miller.
Any questions from someone else? Any other questions? You want to ask again? I thought you, no, you haven't. It's, sorry.
Good afternoon, Captain. I have just a few questions regarding my clients. In the process, there are certain aspects for which I may require clarification. They may appear to stray, but it's for the purpose of being educated. What is an Igbo race? What is an Igbo? What is an Igbo? Who are Igbos?
Igbos are people of a particular ethnic group who speak the language, whose state of origin are those of the Igbo area. And I can name them if you want.
Could you have a look at Exhibit 8, page Roman 8? Bottom left. Can you read that? Oh, I can read it for you for speed, actually. You said in this book, the word Igbo is used to refer to the people of Anambra and Imo states of Nigeria rather than its incorrect Igbo. I am right, yes?
The book was published in 81, excuse me. There were,
okay.
The other states had not been.
I agree, sir.
Okay. The word Igbo.
I'm coming. I have not finished.
Okay.
Because then in your new book from the bookshop outside, the same page 8, Roman 8, in this book, the word Igbo is used to refer to the people of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states of Nigeria, rather than its incorrect form, Igbo, right?
You are correct.
Where from is Nzegu? Is he an Igbo or not?
He is an Igbo.
He is on the cover.
He is an Igbo, I-G-B-O. We call it Igbo. But the Englishman says I-B-O.
Okay, what is Major Nzegu? What was he?
There is no Major Nzegu.
What was this gentleman?
Okay, Nzogwu.
What was his ethnic?
He's from Opanam. He's an Igbo man.
He is an Igbo man. From which?
He's an Igbo man.
From which state?
From Opanam, Delta.
From which state?
Igbo-speaking area of Delta.
Okay, so.
Igbo-speaking area of Delta.
So, do you stand corrected that there are Igbos outside these two states?
Oh yes, of course. There are even Igbos in diaspora.
Okay, are these insufficient, too insignificant to be named?
No, it's a question of time and convenience.
I now understand your understanding. So, page 1 of your book, Exhibit 8.
Yes.
You have on the opposite side the pictures of Officer Cadet Wing of the NMTC Course 1. That was your course, March to October 1980.
You are very right.
Yes, mind you, I'm trying to see that we leave here better than we came. Since you are possessed of it, could you please hand him Exhibit 8, that particular page? Sorry for the delay, my lord. How many people are there? 16.
Yes. The 16th name is from Cameroon. That is Chiabi.
Of the 15, how many would you say are from your understanding of the then North?
I think there are 5. Just a minute. Let me be correct about this. I think there are, 2 from the east, 3 from the west, 1 from the Lagos, and the rest from the north.
How many?
I think it should be 10 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're in the lower row, so they're not in the first row.
It's either 9 or 10.
Can you name the 9 or 10?
Okay, let me name them here because they are written there. Obemudia. Sorry. Obemudia, I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry. I got it all wrong. Okay. Danjuma, Abisoye, Obeya.
Apollo.
That's 3rd. Alabi, Apollo, Adamu. Please, could.
And Bami Boye, but.
Oh, Bami Boye too, yes.
You have got 5 out of 15.
It's not 5. Just a minute. Adamu, Bami Boye, Apollo, Alabi, Obeya.
Is Alabi from the north?
Of course, he claimed he was a northerner.
Go on.
He claimed it.
Yes, go on, yes.
In fact, the trouble with Alabi is that he claimed anything, anytime.
Okay, so we accept.
I haven't finished.
He is a Nigerian. This exercise is for the fact-finding for a better Nigeria.
Yes.
So, do you see 6 out of 16 as an unfair proportion relative to Nigeria, or do you see from those names any of them that ought not have been there?
I do not quarrel with those who were sent abroad. Do you allow me, please allow me to expatiate?
No, that was just a course.
I must expatiate.
That was only a course.
I wrote about certain people who were there, but who, for instance, Adamu was for the Navy.
Okay, these are okay.
But he failed the course.
These are
they transferred him to the army.
These are a fair representation, right?
Say it again.
These are not an unfair representation. They are a fair representation.
I have never talked about unfair representation in respect of the numbers that were sent abroad. I talked about individuals. For instance, somebody was in the course.
Wait, sir, understand. I know you know more than I do. You can anticipate, but
you don't want to
I
listen.
have noted that. But Officer Cadet Wing, NMTC Kaduna, not those who went to Sandhurst or UK. So I'm only talking of NMTC Kaduna.
It is from this list. In fact, it's not all the officers. These are the people who passed to go abroad.
So the 6 are a fair representation of the North.
More than fair.
They are an unfair representation of the North.
I said more than fair because of merit. And you see,
okay, so some of them
there
did
were
not merit
white
it.
men then, and they wanted merit. But some people tried to change it.
Yes, so I wanted to clear that and proceed. I'm trying to understand because it is, I'm trying to stick within the rules, but I want to understand your state of mind in that respect.
Thank you.
So look at page 6 of your paper.
Yes.
Of your book.
Yes. Page 6, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines from the end of
page 6.
before second, before number 2.
Before number 2, what?
Yes, well, because I am working on the basis of the of Exhibit 8. On page 6, there is...
Is it the one that starts with thuggery?
That page starts with the Hamatan.
No, it has nothing to do with page 6 here.
The page 6 starts with the word the Hamatan. I'm dealing with Exhibit 8.
Okay, the beginning, all right. The beginning is the Hamatan had clearly set in, yes.
Okay, so if you go down, you will find where you said, suddenly, I saw the whole picture clearly.
Yes.
A coup d'etat was in the offing.
Yes.
And I was being obliquely asked to play a part in it.
Beautiful.
That was your discussion with Ngobosi.
Yes.
At the railway station, Kaduna.
Yes, he put it obliquely, yes.
Look at page 7 of the same exhibit.
Yes, I have it.
It was your view that politicians appeared to be above the law using the military.
That's right. Especially in the West and the TV area. And in the rigging of elections.
Good. Can I put it to you that what brought about the January coup was the confusion in which the NCNC found itself with a weak alliance with a part of the West, and therefore it felt doomed, and therefore used you to pursue the cause of the coup d'etat.
You cannot be any further from the truth.
Because you were used rather than the northern officers being used.
We were not used. All of us who took part in the coup had our own minds. We were not used by anybody. That is why I took responsibility for my action.
Then, sir, why is your rendition last page? You had a feeling at that stage that you are prepared to slash the throat of the Sardauna rather than shave his beard, allegedly told to you by your girlfriend Sue when you picked her up at FTC. And you said you would rather slit the throat of the premier.
Could you please read out that portion?
Yes, sir. Like I say, you go to page 37.
Yes, read it out, please. Please.
Page 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
From
read the seventh from the 7th line.
Okay, just a minute. 1, 2.
From the word I laughed again.
Okay, sorry. Is it from the bottom or from the top?
From the top.
Okay, from the top. No, line 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. The quotation from the top, line 7, says, "You mean to set things right?" Someone demanded.
No, sir. What I have on your exhibit 38 starts with the word "I laughed again."
It is not here that
well,
way.
This is what you presented, Enugu.
I never presented that. I presented this.
Chapter 10.
Chapter 10?
You make some numberings on the side.
It's your fault, not mine.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, okay, page 38, I'm sorry.
Is it 38? Where is it?
Line 7 from the top.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can do that in your mind, no problem.
Okay. I laughed again, then stated that if I had been the deposed emir of Kano, I would not have wasted my time shaving off the Sadana's beard. I would certainly have slashed his throat and left him to die I was probably not joking that time. Now, this was at
I asked you to read. I have not asked you a question, sir.
Okay.
The ordinary meaning, an ordinary person with basic understanding of English would be, he would certainly have slashed the throat of the premier and left him to die, and you were probably not joking at the material time. Was that a responsible publication? I'm not being accusative. I'm just making a
I'm
statement.
even trying to find the circumstances in which this was said.
You went to sue at the FTC to pick up for the night or something.
And somebody said,
she said
okay.
she said she had some stories, some rumors.
All right.
On the premier. And then you laughed and said, well, I would have killed the man and left him to die. And I was not joking. That was between 10th and 12th of November 1960s.
That shows you the gravity of my feelings at that time.
You would
that was 30-something years ago.
Yes. So 30-something years ago, you were prepared to murder him as a 10th.
No, you don't understand. He was said to have been shaven by somebody.
Yes. And then you said you would have done worse.
It's in the circumstance that I made that remark.
You would have done worse than that, you said, and you are not joking. Next, sir, you go to the same page 38.
Yes.
In respect of page 39 this time.
All right.
Fourth paragraph.
Fourth paragraph.
Which starts with the word continuing.
Yes. Continuing, he said something about some arms and ammunition having been smuggled into the country through the northern border, solely for the purpose of prosecuting the said jihad. Do I stop?
Go on, yes.
Okay. Then, by way of buttressing this rumor, he further hinted that the brigade camp RSM, Ambrose Chukwu, had lately been arrested and imprisoned on the orders of the brigade commander, Brigadier S.L. Ademolegu.
Good, sir. Go to page 40.
Page 40. Yes.
Second paragraph.
As it turned out, is it?
Yes.
As it turned out, not only was I able to verify the story, the camp RSM, this is the...
Go on.
The camp RSM was eventually found...
I also learned.
No, I want to...
No, just I said read that paragraph.
Okay, I also learned that through the grapevine, that some Arab soldiers in Mufti were already infiltrating into the country on the invitation of the Northern Regional Premier.
Go on.
You want me to continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The jihad many an officer feared was soon to become a military fact.
Go on.
And their fears could not be dismissed out of hand as completely groundless, especially when viewed in the light of the many secret nocturnal meetings held at the Premier's residence at Ngwanshino, meetings with the, meetings which the names Ademolegu, Akintola, Mai Malare, Ahmad Bello had, and Ahmad Bello had long been closely associated.
So the Arab story you heard from the grapevine.
Yes.
Go to the paragraph which starts with indeed.
Indeed, many officers feared the worst, more so as the news of the latest postings of some of our top commanders reached us from Lagos. The GOC, General Gbulie and Igbo, was to go on indefinite leave at the behest of the Defense Ministry. Lieutenant Colonel Hilary Njoku, another Igbo, was to relinquish the command of the 2nd Battalion, based at Ikeja near Lagos, to Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gawan, a northerner from Pangshin, and proceed to Kaduna to take over the command of NMTC. It was evident that by this arrangement, the southern command of the Nigerian army was to fall almost entirely into the hands of the NPC. What with Brigadier Zach Mamalari, a northerner, commanding the Lagos-based 2nd Brigade, Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gawan presiding over the said 2nd Battalion at Ikeja, and Lieutenant Colonel Ajima, also a northerner, commanding the Ibadan-based battalion.
If you can stop there, what was the source of this information?
Everybody heard about it.
I didn't. Maybe
So-
I was in.
You
too
couldn't.
small.
You weren't born.
Yeah,
were
so
you?
I was trying to understand. No, I was born.
Everybody heard about it.
Of this event.
Even it's chronicled in the book you are holding there.
So that is not a rumor. That
We-
was not a grapevine for a
I
change.
said I had it from the grapevine.
Good.
But now it's been confirmed.
By you.
No, from the write-ups I have seen.
Go to page 43.
43. Yes?
First, second, third paragraph. Halfway there is a sentence that started with, this had led to a national political deadlock.
First paragraph is a candid person. A candid person starts it. First paragraph.
Yes, third paragraph.
Oh, third.
According to him, then
Okay,
go to the fourth line.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This had led to a national political deadlock, which in turn had caused the president to exercise the emergency powers vested in him by the Nigerian constitution. In retaliation, the incumbent Prime Minister, Abubakar, had been quick to contest the powers thus exercised. He summoned a conference of the service chiefs with a view largely to removing the president from office by force of arms.
What is your source of that information? Was it that common knowledge or published or official thing?
It was common knowledge. And let me add that
What was your
that
source?
there were,
From where did
there
you
were
learn
meeting-
it? Because you are tied to this. I think you are a lawyer.
Let me add.
You are tied to the statement, so the issue is the source because grave statements of this nature, important statements.
Can
not
I
grave,
add now?
Need to be
clarify
sourced.
this?
Yes, the authority.
There were meetings at the 1 Brigade, which I actually, wrote about in this book. Meetings in which some officers were campaigning for the Prime Minister.
Did the Prime Minister call service chiefs with the intention to removing the president by force?
Listen, we listened to the radio at the time.
You
we were
heard
listening
it,
to
You heard it on the radio.
both the radio and other means of communication.
Go to page 56. We are moving in time so that one understands. Page 56.
Yes, 53.
First, second, third paragraph, starting with Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Pam.
First paragraph.
Third.
Oh, third paragraph. Okay. Third paragraph, 1, 2, 3. Major General Thompson Agui Ironsi is the third paragraph here.
Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Pam, go on, read it.
I said that the paragraph starts with Major General Johnson Omonakwe Agui Ironsi was the
Page
general
56,
officer commanding the
page
Nigerian
56.
Army.
Page
He
56.
said 53. Okay. All right. 56.
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Pam, trained at Sandhurst and Camberley Staff College, was the Adjutant General at the AHQ. Following the OP Adam 3, this is
read.
the
Not the
TV
footnotes.
Internal Security Operations, which he and Brigadier Ademologo had teleguided from Kaduna. He had become quite notorious. He was said to have been instrumental in repressing the on-the-spot commander of the operations, Major Chris Anuforo.
Is that why they say Major Anuforo murdered Yakubu Pam?
I don't know who murdered Yakubu Pam.
Proceed, continue to read it.
All right. After the letter had refused to release some pro-NNA politicians caught with sizable caches of illegal arms and ammunition. Besides, it was rumored that his ultra-modern story house at Kaduna was a gift from the NPC politicians who had gained by his friendship.
What is the basis of that rumor or your source?
I said it was rumored. I mean,
it was a rumor.
Let me explain. I talked about rumor. Let me explain.
Okay, I understand the meaning of rumor.
I wrote this book inside Kirikiri. and I asked questions. So because I could not substantiate any of those things I wrote, I said it was rumored.
I put it to you, sir, that after these 15 rumors, your rendition is completely found on a foundation of rumors, because you have counted over 20 rumors in a book that is to be permanently there.
Beautiful.
And when you talk of a two-story building rumored, I presume you know the house in Kaduna which was built, the multiple story.
I was inside Kirikiri when I wrote this.
Are you still there in Kirikiri?
What you are
35
saying,
years later. So
I was released from Kirikiri in 1974.
you were released a generation ago. Thereafter, you are said to have reviewed the book.
You are very right.
The story is, did you verify it as a result of that review?
Nobody opposed, nobody wrote a rebuttal, nobody opposed this, except Maina Sarah. Except Maina Sarah, nobody else wrote a rebuttal on this. So I assume the rumor was a correct rumor.
And it was not necessary for you to cross-check the rumor at the end of esprit de corps known in the armed forces. I put it to you that it was a bungalow that...
Esprit de corps?
Which you destroyed.
You said esprit de corps?
Yes, for the
for
sake
people who have gone to war.
Even of the dead, you had a duty of esprit de corps.
Esprit de corps for people who have gone to war on both sides?
Esprit de corps in respect of a person you murdered.
I did not murder Yakubu Pam.
I am going into the introduction to cover the executive authority of my clients. Therefore, the background of your book is based on substantial rumors so that one can understand how to build on it.
I'm happy you are using the word substantial rumor. That is a matter of your value judgment.
So in the circumstance, did you consider, repeat it if you like, if you don't know, did you consider that action you did justified at the time?
Which action?
The January 15th coup.
January 15th coup was not just justified, it was acclaimed in Nigeria.
My Lord,
after the country had been set ablaze by the politicians.
My Lord, I seek to tender No Place to Hide, Crisis and Conflicts Inside Biafra by Bernard Odogu.
Fair enough. In cross-examination, the
witness, not just tendering document, confronting with that document,
yes,
what portion of it are you confronting him? What did he say that you want to confront him with?
On 15th,
hold it, then you have laid a foundation.
My Lord,
then you can
yes,
tender.
Indeed, my Lord, the foundation has been laid that the 15th
All right,
January
if you tender anything, we'll
was
accept
reasonable.
it. It's all right.
I'm
56.
very much guided, my Lord. You accept that at the time it was reasonable for you to have embarked on that coup.
56.
Of January 66.
Reasonable.
It was justified.
It was imperative.
It was imperative. Did you not consider it imperative that there would be a backlash?
Of course, if we failed, I said it in the book, if we failed, we would
tender it as Exhibit 56.
Yes, my
After
Lord.
marking, then you can use it.
Yes, my Lord. I am guided, my Lord.
If we failed, we will be shot. If we failed, we knew the implications of a coup. And many people have been shot in this country anyway.
What would have been the implications in your mind had you failed?
It's even written here. If we failed, we would be tried and shot. The unfortunate thing is that we were not tried and shot by either Ironsi or Gawan.
What would have been the reasons for that failure?
Say it again.
Give me one reason why the coup could have failed. There are many reasons.
Because Ironsi got away. It was Ironsi that actually quelled our coup. Ironsi and Igbo quell that coup.
I want you to look at page 212 of Exhibit 56, third paragraph. Start reading that portion by Bernard Odogu.
I'm not Bernard Odogu. I can't read.
No.
I cannot read what he wrote.
Then,
I'm awfully sorry. That is the opinion. I don't.
I stand to be protected, my lord. Can I ask him to read that portion, having laid foundation of the reasons, or do I read it out?
How am I sure this is Bernard Odogu's
No,
book?
you are not Bernard. I'm asking you to read.
The book doesn't look like this.
Can
you
you
concoct something and say it's Bernard Odogu?
I'm sorry, my lord. Read page 212 of...
I will not read Bernard Odogu's book.
I thought you
It's
are
simple.
denying its authenticity.
Well, I've given you benefit of doubt now.
My lord,
Read it yourself.
We are going to construct. This is... give him... No problem. Give him the exhibit to follow, then I will read. We are here to construct, not to destroy.
Thank you. Where is
the
it?
third paragraph on page 212.
Where is it?
The coup did not affect two other regions. Bana Edogo, the DMI, by the way, of Biafra. The East and the Midwest, so there were no casualties. Of course, with that set of affairs, given the sectional background of our political orientation and awareness, it was easier to predict that what would happen next, despite the apparent joyful enthusiasm of the masses in welcoming the new order. In fact, a northern colleague and personal friend of mine, Adamu Mohammed, and I had a very frank talk on the coup, and we were both in agreement that the so-called revolutionaries had performed very badly in view of the one-sidedness of the operation and the selectiveness of the killings. After my discussions with Mohammed, I made the following notes in my notebook appraising the situation. 23rd January 66. He said, with all the returns in, we now seem to have a complete picture of the coup, the plotters and the casualties. Reading through the newspapers, one gets the impression that this national catastrophe, which is termed a revolution, is being blown greatly out of proportion. It does appear to me that, though that we have all gone wild with jubilation in welcoming the so-called dawn of a new era without pausing to consider the possible chain reactions that may soon follow. Looking again at the list of the victims of that bloody affair, I do not agree with the comment of my colleague Mohammed. I do agree with the comment of my colleague Mohammed that it could have passed for a grand national honors list. And coming to think of it, I shudder at the possible aftermath of this folly committed by our boys in Kaki. And what has kept coming to my mind since then, since the afternoon on, is the passage in Shakespeare's Macbeth, and they say, blood will have blood. First, I ask myself this question, I'm about to finish. What will be the position as soon as the present mass euphoria in welcoming the revolution in the country fades away? There is already some rumor here within diplomatic circles that January 15th was a grand Igbo design to liquidate all opposition in order to make way for Igbo domination of the whole country. What then is the Igbo man's defense to this allegation in the light of the sectional and selective method adopted by the coup plotters? That's his diary. Although sitting here alone as I write this, I'm tempted to say that there was no such Igbo design.
Thank you very much.
Yet the inescapable fact is that Igbos are already, as a group, being condemned by the rest for the activities of a handful of ambitious Igbo army officers.
Thank you.
Igbo army officers, ambitious Igbo army officers.
Including Ademoyega.
Ambitious Igbo army officers who were 4 of the 5 majors or whatever proportion. For here I am with the rest of my Igbo colleagues, some thousands of miles away from home, yet being put on the defensive for such actions that we were neither consulted about nor approved of. Our northern colleagues and friends now look us as Igbos here as strangers and potential enemies. Then I asked myself the question posed to me this afternoon by my colleague: what would I do if I were placed in the position of the northerner? What do I do? How do I react to the situation? Do I just deplore and condemn those atrocities, or do I plan a revenge? I do not blame the northern chaps for feeling so since the events of the last few days. They definitely have my sympathy, for it must have been shocking, to say the least, for one to wake up one fine morning to find nearly all one's revered leaders gone overnight. But they were not only northern leaders as such, and I am as much aggrieved at their loss as any other Nigerian, northern or otherwise. I am particularly shocked at the news that Major Efejuna personally shot and killed his mentor, Brigadier Memalari. My God. That must have been Caesar and Brutus come alive, with the brigadier definitely saying, "Etu, Emma," before collapsing. Or Major Anuforo, Colonel Pam saying, "Etu, Anuforo," before collapsing. Would you consider Odogu's diary story reasonable in the circumstances?
Thank you very much for what you read. The import of what you've just read is the fact that the coup was not an Igbo coup. It was not an Igbo plot. If you read it again, read it properly.
It was an ambitious...
Somebody
Igbo,
abroad.
Listen, I asked for yes. The answer is yes or no. They said, what I read was an ambitious Igbo military...
That is his own view. That is his own view.
Would you consider...
Based on the information available to him. That's what he said.
The question, sir, would you consider the rendition reasonable or not?
This writer...
Yes, no, it is not.
This writer is saying it is not an Igbo plot. And there is no denying it if you read it again. Better read it properly.
It was an Igbo...
And even in the case of ambitious Igbo, whatever
military,
he calls them,
no, whatever.
He
No, I
did
used
not
words.
mention
No.
people of
I
other
said ambitious Igbo military officers coup, not whatever. Those are the words. So stick to that.
Based on the information available to him.
Yes. So
and you can now see from what is written, those who gave him the information.
Were you ambitious?
He was reacting.
Were you ambitious, sir?
Every human being without an ambition, is not a good human being.
So his statement then would be reasonable.
Even he was ambitious. You are ambitious. Everybody's ambitious.
His statement then would be reasonable, yes or no? It's not reasonable.
His judgment is warped because he was making his judgment based on the facts available to him. Facts available to him. People were, in fact, 2 or 3 days after the January coup, they started calling it an Igbo coup. But why is it that when in July there was a counter coup, you did not kill only Igbos? Why did